Let's face it, Pokemon is awesome. Ever since Pokemon Red and Green first plopped into our Game Boys all the way back in 1996, we've been gottering to catch them all ever since. From Charizard to Chloritza, and possibly missing now if you did something to your cartridge. I know who you are. Those lovable creatures have kept our kleptomaniac virtual zoos stocked up for over 3 different decades now. But what if you've been hankering for more creature capturing, more animal apprehending, or more bestial busting in a video game world? Well, have you ever considered Monster Hunter? Hi there, I'm Guru Larry, and I give you the top 5 reasons Pokemon fans need to play Monster Hunter. 'Cause there ain't no pocket on Earth that can fit these monsters. Number 1. Extreme Battles. Never judge a book by its cover, as they say, as Pokemon really is a thinking person's game. If you only battle by just throwing your best Pokemon at your opponent, spamming that attack button and hoping for the best, you're gonna have a bad time. It's all about levelling up your characters and using your characters akin to rock, paper, scissors to take advantage of the other trainers' Pokemon. Now imagine that, only far, far more intensive than Monster Hunter, with all those strict rules on turn-based combat of Pokemon thrown totally out of the window. The battle you have with monsters are real. Well, real as possible in a virtual world anyway. Victory is down to your own personal wits and guile against these monsters. It's not just about looking at a list to see what their weaknesses are and preparing accordingly. It's about strategy against these behemoths, finding that optimal time to find their weak spots, keeping an eye out for that chink in their armour, and taking advantage. Even the game's environment is your weapon. Lure these beasts into a valley and use that high ground to inflict that final blow. So with Monster Hunter, winning is not just about stats, but using your intelligence and creativity to become victorious. Number 2. Fight alongside friends. One of the greatest things about Pokemon is the ability to trade them with your friends. That feature alone has helped many a trainer collect even the most elusive of Pokemons. But as an adventure, it's mostly been a rather solitary affair. Now, imagine if you could team up with those said trading friends, and instead of simply doing swapsies, actually pally up with them on an epic quest to capture the biggest and toughest Pokemon around. Well, with Monster Hunter, not only is that possible, the game implores you to. Monster Hunter downright encourages you to socialise, making new friends along the way, and with some of these almighty beasts, you'll need all the help you can get. Some of these monsters are no walk in the park either. These battles can last for ages, and are a test of endurance as much as skill. So having friends by your side is an absolute necessity to slay some of your biggest foes. So if you've ever dreamed of fighting an enormous Charizard with your friends, albeit one that's really, really angry and wants a hunter for his din-dins, then Monster Hunter has it made. Number 3. The monsters are ever so slightly bigger than Pokemon. As of this date, the largest known Pokemon is Wailord, a water-based Pokemon that is the size of, well, a whale. But as big as Wailord is in the Pokemon world, he'd be considered small fry in Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter's monsters start from the size of a dolphin, to human size, and most commonly the size of your average double-decker bus, give or take a couple of decks. Or 10. But larger sizes, it's not totally uncommon to come up across monsters such as Daren Moran, who is the size of a small city. In fact, the monsters in Monster Hunter can be so incredibly colossal that Ravienti, the currently largest known monster, is the size of an entire island. Let me just say that again. An entire island. So just try stuffing him in your Pokeball. Number 4. Satisfaction guaranteed. Pokemon is a hugely rewarding game. Tracking down that last legendary Pokemon to add to your Pokédex after weeks, if not months of searching, is a hugely satisfying experience. And that same rush is brought to the next level with Monster Hunter, but this game really makes you work for it. For starters, it's not just a case of going to the right location to find your adversary. These monsters may be big, but they're certainly not stupid. You need to find a way to lure them out into the open, and some requirements, which I'm not going to spoil, require a ton of pre-planning beforehand. And when you finally get to fight with your feisty foe, the game turns into a game of chess. One-on-one, mano-a-mano. But Monster Hunter won't lay down for you like a lot of modern games. It will make you work for that victory. And when this fight has lasted for over 30 minutes, you've used all your health potions and you're down to that last slither of health when you strike that final blow, that's when you're rewarded with a rush of satisfaction. For in Monster Hunter, success is just as much a demon you need to slay as much as the monsters themselves. Number 5. You are the Pokemon! Last and certainly not least, albeit the most obscure, if Monster Hunter was Pokemon, you would be the Pokemon. It's not a case of the safety you have of being a trainer. If your Pokemon are defeated in battle, it's a quick visit to the Pokemon Center with no harm to you whatsoever. Oh no. In Monster Hunter, you have to put your own neck on the line, but the upside of this is you are the Pokemon. I mean, imagine a dark dystopian world where you personally fight Pokemon, but instead of collecting them when you defeat them, you wear their skin to gain their powers in order to fight bigger and badder Pokemon. And you evolve by crafting new weapons from the bodies of your slain opponents. It sounds more like Mega Man meets Hannibal Lecter, but this is the intrinsic deep world of Monster Hunter. You're in the big leagues now, my friend. You don't need Pokemon to take on your enemy. Why not just take them on yourself? So there you have it. 5 reasons why every Pokemon fan needs to play Monster Hunter. If this video alone hasn't whet your appetite to venture into the world of serpent slaying, titan toppling, or voluminous vanquishing, try downloading the free demo right now and experience the awesomeness that is Monster Hunter all for yourself. But I've been Guru Larry. Goodbye, and good gaming. Don't forget to click on that subscribe button below and be first to see future gaming videos and reviews such as this. And why not check out some of my other recent reviews below? But thanks for watching, peoples!